Welcome back to the weekly FlagonBorn news update. Breaking news. Those pesky Persians only went and declared war against us again this week. The clan name this week is what we affectionately call Squiggle. Since war with Iran seems to be a weekly occurrence now, we decided to use some clan funds and go on location to the war site itself. It really is a beautiful country here in Iran, as you can see by the view from our 5-star hotel behind us. Well, after another 24 hours of fights and skirmishes and the various villages, we now have the mandatory 24-hour ceasefire. And we're pleased to report that FlagonBorn was successful again. For a full roundup of this week's activities, let's go over to our war correspondent on scene, Loki. Over to you.
Well, what can we say about a war against Squiggle? Well, another convincing, strong, dominating win by FlagonBorn. 95% damage done in total. But it's fair to say that the war was won and lost early on. We did 3 attacks on their Town Hall 10s and got solid attacks out of it. Whereas they, unfortunately, had a disconnect, like I'm about to have. They had a disconnect from their first attacker, and he was a pretty strong attacker. And then, unfortunately, their number 2 guy was Ali. Not this Ali.
I am the greatest.
Probably more likely this Ali.
Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa.
He just didn't do very well at all. Let their side down. And then, of course, down at the bottom, they had a Spartan who should have behaved like this.
This is Sparta!
But in fact, didn't even attack. So, a little bit of that at the top and the bottom meant that they struggled. And of course, we then had 4 Town Hall 10 attacks spare to deal with the rest of their Town Hall 9s, if need be. Alright, let's get into the replays. So first up was a live attack that I managed to record from Amadeus Mozart. He elects to use the earthquake, and when deciding whether that is worth it compared to a jump spell, you have to work out how many walls and compartments you can break open. He manages to break open all those compartments around the core there, so definitely worth 4 earthquakes. Making sure to create a decent funnel for those ridiculously stupid Valkyries who will wander off at the slightest opportunity. Drops a heal and a rage under the CC, which was definitely worth it. Far too many Valkyries give in to peer pressure and follow the king around the outside, but there's just enough on the inside there to sort the town hall. And because so many Valkyries strayed away, they're going to just clear out that outer ring and get a very nice high percentage 2-star. With those max Teslas in the core and a high level Expo in the core, it's very unlikely that this king's harem is gonna get into that central box. And now they've split up and gone their own separate ways, so they're never gonna converge in on the core together with all that DPS at the same time. Wasn't far off a 3-star, and with attacks like these, it's definitely on its way, and we'll be seeing Sam's first wartime 3-star sometime soon. A very high quality 2-star attack. Excellent. Next up we have Macho taking on Ali. The challenge here with the Valkyrie attack is getting them into that central core when there's so many buildings outside. So here comes the CC. Plenty of troops down to clear a path. Some suicidal wall breakers there. 1 or 2 Valkyries drop, and then send everything. Inferno's taking its toll. The freeze goes down, the rage goes down, the jump goes down, and there's chaos and mayhem in the core, and the town hall just melts away. Oh, found a couple of bombs. Queen somehow is still alive. She decided, I'm going to have me an inferno. And then I'm going to die. But again, first attack on the second highest base. And Macho guaranteeing the 2-star with that strategy. And a very decent, solid, war-winning 2-star there. Nice. Next up is a dragon attack from Stew Trek. The old lightning earthquake trick. Get rid of 2 of them. Trying to time it so we get the lightning, the queen. Got a good hit on her, but not great. So the first phase here is to just create a little bit of a funnel to get the royals in to get rid of that air defense in there. And then that removes 3 of the 4 air defenses. King rages in, gets it done. And then it's all down to the dragons and their pathing that they got from the Valkyrie school of being lost. The Lava Hound in the CC helps soak up a few Seeker missiles and defends against that last air defense. If it can survive a little bit longer, it can help defend through the base as well. Once you've deployed everything and dropped your last and only rage, just a matter of letting it play out. 2 dragons made it through the first half of the base, but almost all of the DPS that can shoot up was in that top half. Look at that, just an archer and a wizard at the bottom there, but not enough. Thought I'd just show a Town Hall 7 doing a dragon attack. This is his opposite was a Town Hall 8. Dealing with level 2 dragons. So when all 3 air defenses are in the core, generally it's a good idea to use 3 rage, and it works really well here. Those rage dragons and all the balloons all flew nicely into the middle. .007 getting her done. Here we have our attacker of the week, Bandler Chang. He did a dragon attack on a Town Hall 9 and 3-starred it, and his attack here on his opposite 3 stars as well, 6-star war. Starts with his Queen Walk. And you have to keep your eye on the Queen, especially when dealing with another royal. Probably could have put down a poison to deal with the Queen. There was just enough tank to get rid of the Queen and hold without using the ability. Deploy these bowlers, perhaps a little early, leaving them a little bit vulnerable and wandering off. Because ideally you want the bowlers to take up position with the healers, but that didn't happen here. And the Queen, the CC goes straight for them. Cleverly though, he drops one Valkyrie to help deal with their Valkyrie, which worked well. Queen is inside now. Here comes the King, all the Valkyries. And the enemy dragon finally dies. Looks a tricky base to get into the core. These Valkyries following the King again around the base. Look at that annoying air defense is killing off the healers. Here we have hogs going into the core and under a heel. That'll keep them nice and alive while they deal with the Teslas and the explorers. Very nice. And meanwhile, Valks and King still marching their way around the outer ring, destroying it. Lovely. And mops up for another 3-star. Very nice. Here we have my favourite replay of the week. It's the fail. This week the award goes to squiggle number 4. There's 50% of trash around the outside. How do you get 0 stars with 14 Valks at level 4? We don't know. Let's find out how he does it. So he's earthquaked most of the core, just has to break through one outer wall. We have a max golem and a level 4 golem to back up and support our wizards. We suicide all the bombers, so that wall ain't getting broken anytime soon. But you don't want to send those Valkyries until the wall is opened and the fun has been created. Not yet. Not yet. Oh no, he sent the Valkyries. They're all out there, in the wild, running free, with their ginger hair flying in the wind. LO3 have discovered there's a hole into the core, so they're going to run off and look for 2 buildings to stand next to and be shot in the head by the Archer Queen. The rest of the Valkyries, they've decided it's their life mission to run round the outside and kill roughly 45% trash. I think their life goal has been achieved. Congratulations, ladies. You are this week's winner. And that's all the highlights for us here in this week's Persian War. Back to you, Stu Trek, in your 5-star hotel, I suppose.
Well, thank you for your analysis, Loki. This concludes what has been a beautiful long weekend here in sunny Tehran. We would like to thank our sponsors for this trip. Budget Terra Brakes. Oh wait. Sorry. Budget Tehran Brakes. And of course our friends at MI6. Well, for FlagonBorn News, this has been Stu Trek.